Apprentice, you can issue course completion certificates to the students who successfully finish a course. However, if you want to make sure that the certificate will be issued only to those students who get a passing grade, then what you can do is use Thrive Apprentice together with Thrive Quiz Builder. So this means that you can create a quiz, let's say a numeric type of quiz like the one I have right here, in which the student can achieve a maximum score of 10 points. So you have 10 questions and each correct answer is worth 1 point. Now, another important step worth doing here is making sure that your quiz takers will have the possibility of retaking the quiz in case they do not get it right the first time. So let's just make sure of that by adding a retake the quiz text in the results page. So here I am on the results page. I will just add this text right here. So here I'm going to click on the dynamic option, and as you can see by default it's selected as such. So the source is the quiz, and then here the option is to restart the quiz. Now I'm just going to click on insert and the dynamic link was successfully added. So here I used a text, but you can also use a button if you want. It works just the same. So with this setup, you can take this quiz and embed it into the last question of one of your Thrive Apprentice courses. So for example, I have this SEO course and I've specifically created this last question called Final Exam, which I've added at the very end of my course. So this is where I'm going to be embedding my Thrive Quiz Builder quiz. So for that, let me just edit the content of my lesson. I will drag and drop the quiz element onto my course content and select the quiz that I've just finished setting up. Now what we're going to do next is tweak some settings from the left sidebar to make sure that only the students who pass the test with a minimum of 8 points will actually receive a course completion certificate. So for that, I'm going to first expand the apprentice options from here while having my quiz selected and activate the mark as complete toggle. Now, as soon as I did that, you can see that there's a new set of options right here. So our next selection will be to mark the course as complete only when the user achieves a minimum score. And then here you will have to type in the minimum number of points that the students should get in order to be able to mark the lesson as complete. So in this case, it's going to be 8. Now what this means is that the mark as complete button that appears at the end of each completed lesson will not be clickable unless the student scores a minimum of 8 points in the quiz. If they will not be able to score it, then they will always have the option of retaking the quiz. Now, this is done as well. I just want to do one more thing here, and that is to shortly tell you about the Save Users Quiz Progress toggle from here. So this was enabled by default, and this option does exactly what it says. It basically saves the progress for each user taking the course in case something happens and they have to close the lesson tab mid-quiz. So this way you can ensure that the progress remains saved for all the logged in users. Now let's just save this page and return to the main dashboard of my course. So as a recap, we have the quiz ready and embedded in our last lesson. We have also set up the apprentice options for the quiz. And now what's left to do is to customize the course completion behavior. So for that, let's just click on the course completion tab from here. And as you can see here, we can design and issue course completion certificates and define what happens when a member completes the course. So for that, I'm going to first activate this toggle from here. And this is where you can set the redirect action after the successful completion of the course. I'm just going to leave it as it is, meaning that the student will be redirected to the course completion page that will have the download button for the certificate as long as I activate this second toggle from here. So this is a data process agreement for the PDF certificate creation. You can read through it and then agree to the terms. And now you can see that I have the option of viewing or editing the certificate. This is how the certificate looks if I'm just going to click on the view option, but I also have the option of editing the certificate in Thrive Architect. So this means that I can customize the design, or I can even pick a different template from the template library. Is as simple as that. And now this is pretty much done. Now every student that will be taking my course and successfully going through the quiz will be redirected to this completion page where they can download the certificate by clicking on the download button. The certificate will be saved on the user's computer, and that's pretty much it. This is how you can issue course completion certificates in Thrive Apprentice only for those students who get a passing grade in your quiz. Now I hope you found this tutorial useful. As always, don't hesitate to read more about our products and features in our knowledge base.